any attention to the officer, right? Because these things you can see. You might not be able to count my fingers at all times, but you can see when I do this, I want you to flank. When I do this, I want you to stop. When I do this, I want you to get down. It's very simple of what I'm trying to tell you. That's why they're not this crazy origami crap. We're not doing all that. No. One hand is all you need. One hand on the blaster, one hand giving out directions. So to start off with, everybody knows go. Right? It's this motion right here. Hand is somewhere, either left or right, don't matter. You're doing this. All right, you can do it with a finger, you can do it with two fingers, you can do it with the whole hand, don't matter. This is the universal symbol for go. Push, attack, go. Leave your current position and fucking move somewhere. All right? Everybody knows the exact opposite is stop. Right? You can see the back plate and you're behind your officer, he means stop. Right? It's a cool little reminder you all should have back plates. Right? And if you don't have back plates, well, I'm sorry about you. Right? It's what they're there for. It's easier to tell when you can see my blue hand compared to my black underglove. See the difference between the two? All right, cool. So, depending on what weapon, or not really what weapon, but which hand you use, depends on how you signal right and left flank. If you're a right-handed shooter, you're using your left hand. So it goes up like this. All right? If you're a left-handed shooter, you stick your right arm out. If you're a left-handed shooter, this means left. All right? It's very simple. All right? You look like a big idiot. It's okay. Surprised you're not all doing this with me. It's funny. Just standing there staring at me. Thank you, Tolerant. Anyways. So, this right here is rally. Usually, I will point at you, and I will do this, which means, hey, you, come here. Yeah, I'm not going to do this, because no one can really see that at a distance. They can see, however, this, followed by this.
Hey, shock trooper, over here, numbnuts.
Shut up, Tolerant. All right. Everybody knows the exact or I don't say the exact opposite, but the entire squad knows this one, right? Form up, right? Everybody in the squad, come here. Notice, stop. You put your hand here and you don't move it. Form up is this. Notice how my back plate is facing away from potential teammates behind me, so they see my glove, not my back plate. If you do this, you look like a train conductor, and it's throwing people off because I see stop and come here. Other people will just see stop. All right, you got to be very clear of what kind of message you're trying to communicate. Otherwise, people are going to get confused. So, this is stop. This is come here. All right. Moving on. All right. Everybody knows that the red circle of death is 3 different phases. All right. You get shot once. You can put a finger on your wrist to tell your teammates that you've been hit once. 2 fingers, I've been hit twice, and 3 fingers. If you can manage to do that, you're amazing. I don't know how you lived for 3 shots, but kudos to you. Most of the time, the 3rd one is going to kill you, FYI. And if you have to, well, then do this. Just put your whole hand on there, because you're going to die anyways. So, all of this is super important, not only for the troopers, but the officers in command. Because if you can look over and you see a teammate and he points at you, and he does this, he needs you to come here. No, don't. Oh my
God. It's an example, goober.
It's an example, goober. All right? The squad leader is not always in charge of your actions. You don't always have to follow what your squad leader says, okay? Some orders are pretty stupid. You have every right to deny them. All right? But what pisses me off the most is when I'm trying to do something and I'm like, you, come here. And they just look at me, look back at what they were doing, and completely ignore my ass. All right, give me some kind of signal as to why you're not coming to me. All right, if you need to, just do this with a gun in your hand. This means no. This means stop. Like, no, I can't. So if you're getting shot at and somebody's telling you to come here, just... All right, I should give a very good signal as to X. No, can't. What? You with the hand up. What?
I was gonna say, if you could explain, because I lagged out and I couldn't hear you. I was gonna say if you could explain it again.
I hope somebody else was paying attention to fill you in later on things you might have missed. I am not going to go over everything that every individual misses. Julio.
Just send me a DM. I'll send you all the hand signs like usual.
A thumb up over your shoulder means retreat. Fall back. All right? You don't know. If you see this shit, it means, hey, fall back. Obvious. This is a very obvious gesture. Even if you can't see my thumb is up, you know what's going on. All right. Malachi.
Grand Admiral on deck.
Grand Admiral on deck.
You're fine, Eddie.
What's up, Patrick? What are y'all doing?
We're also in the server. I know I'm not in uniform. I'm still going to salute his ass. What do you mean, what are we?
But you're in the you're representing the ITH. You don't need to.
Yeah, you don't need to, but it's okay. All right. Now, who is not going to be communicating on the ground or doing anything combat-wise? Who is not really going to be communicating? I need an answer from anybody. Just blurt it out. What?
Pilots.
Young.
Good.
Come on.
Who said that? Who said that? No, who said that? That was a good answer. Yes, pilots. I'm sorry, but if a pilot's in a TIE pilot, he's not going to fly by, stick his hand through the, and wave at you. No, he's going to be doing other shit.
Okay, so Young, this is
Appreciate you. All right. Pilots, unless they are focused strictly on ground, they're going to be using some kind of flight, especially on Tatooine 2.0. They will be using their TIE pilots or A-Wings. They are not going to have the time to fly by your officer, look down, and be like, oh, he wants the squad to go left. Nope, they're doing aerial stuff. They're either doing aerial combat or some kind of bombing run on the ground. That's what they're doing. Do not try to signal a TIE pilot while he's doing that. It will not ever go through. All right? Now, TIE pilots, when there's ground combat going on, you have to be knowledgeable about what to do. If you see your troops, it's probably not a good idea to strafing run anywhere nearby, because you can't warn for danger close. You can't call that in. You don't have comms. So you have to find somewhere else to focus your attention on. A lot of you guys do the same thing in combat. I've noticed it. You'll see one guy move, and you'll focus on that one guy, and some dude just walks right up the middle, and nobody's shooting at him because you're super focused on the dude you saw earlier. Enough. Stop that. You need to be able to prioritize and not get tunnel vision while in combat. It'll save your life. Okay? Alrighty. Now, we're going to move on. I've just given you the hand signals. So now, we're going to go to a world.